Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that you're here. Today we have some yoga for grounding. A lot of us, when we're stressed, we get up into our headspace, so it's important to just come back into the body, ground down into the present moment, work on our root chakra area, which is the chakra of grounding, our energy center of grounding. And for the video today, I am using the Balance Blend from doTERRA, and it's a very grounding blend. It has specific oils for feeling more grounded, feeling more centered, and releasing into the present moment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Come to your mat and let's stand to begin. So go ahead and come to the top of your mat, pressing into your feet, grounding into your feet, coming into mountain pose, palms facing forward, reaching the fingertips down, closing your eyes as you lift up through the crown of your head. Beautiful. Coming here on the mat. Oftentimes when we roll out our mat, it becomes a beautiful sacred space for us to just be with ourselves, spend time getting to know our bodies, our minds, and our emotions. So continue to stand here in mountain pose for just a few moments. Really bring a lot of awareness down to your feet. Making sure that your feet are parallel here. You can have them any distance apart that feels good to you. And then bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. Really press down into the big toe mounts, pinky toe mount, and heel bone of both feet. Beautiful. On your next inhale, open your eyes, begin to bend your knees, and then reach your arms up over your head, straightening your knees. Beautiful. Exhale. Part the air, bringing arms out to airplane, and then all the way back down to your sides. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Bend the knees. Inhale, reaching arms up overhead. Exhale, part the air, bringing arms out to airplane, reaching the arms in opposite directions, and then allowing them to come back down to your sides. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing palms down to heart center. Placing your thumbs on your chest bone. And here's a good time where we might want to set an intention for our practice. Closing your eyes, bowing your head to your heart. Connecting our mind intelligence to our heart intelligence. Maybe you want to dedicate your practice to something or someone. Today I'm going to dedicate my practice to peace. Beautiful. On your next inhale, open your eyes. Reach your arms back up overhead, and on an exhale, just allow your right palm to fall to your side and begin to reach your fingertips in opposite directions here. If your neck is feeling okay, look up towards your left palm and really reach the fingertips in opposite directions. Feeling opposing energies. As we're opening up our left side, start to breathe into the length of your left side from your foot all the way to your fingertips. Beautiful. That prepared us for our side bend. Go ahead and place your right hand on your hip. Inhale, grow tall through your left fingertips. As you exhale, send your left hip out and side bend over to your right. Reaching your left fingertips over to the right. Opening our chest bone. Maybe check out the video for a moment. We don't want our chest bone towards the ground here. Really open it up towards the ceiling, lifting your gaze and breathing into the length of your left side. Inhale, coming back up, bringing your right palm up to meet your left. And let's exhale the left palm down, reaching fingertips in opposite directions on this side. Feeling the opposing energies once again. And if our neck is feeling okay, you can gently Place your gaze on your right palm. And we're breathing here. Sending breath into the length of our right side body. The lengthening of this side prepared us for side bending. Go ahead and place your left hand on your hip. Inhale, grow tall through your right fingertips as you exhale, side bend over to your left. Really reach those right fingertips over to your left as you open your chest bone towards the ceiling, and we're breathing into our side bend. Breathing into the length of the right side body, allowing our side to open and expand here. The muscles, especially the muscles in between the rib cage. Beautiful. Inhale, bringing both arms back up to center, and let's exhale, palms down to our sides, coming back into mountain pose, closing your eyes again, palms facing forward as you reach up through the crown of your head. And we're breathing. So those side bends that we just did are extremely important poses for breath capacity. Opening our side bodies, opening the muscles in between the ribs allows more space for our diaphragm to move. And to move more freely. Beautiful. On your next inhale, open your eyes, reaching arms back up overhead. As you exhale, check it out, part the air, bringing arms out to airplane, bending your knees. Begin to dive forward all the way down to a forward fold position. In this first forward fold, bend your knees, very generous. And we're just going to hang here for a moment. Try to bring most of your weight towards your big toe mount and pinky toe mounts, keeping little to no weight on the heels here. And we're breathing in a forward fold, allowing your spine to decompress, allowing your head to hang heavy, allowing your neck to release. Allow your shoulders to release here. And breathe into the stretch in the backs of your legs, maybe low back as well. Beautiful. On your next inhale, coming up into a flat back position, keeping your knees bent, placing your palms on your shin bones. Inhale, look forward. Send your chest bone forward at the same time, extending your tailbone back. Beautiful, nice flat back position. On an exhale, gently fold into forward fold. Plant your palms and begin to step your feet back to a plank position. So here in plank, in yoga plank, we like to keep our hips in alignment with our shoulders. So maybe elevate your hips slightly, and we're breathing, sending breath into the length of our torso as we're working to keep our body up. One more inhale here. On your exhale, lower down knees first, chest bone second, and if you had jeans on, jean zipper last. Beautiful. Let's inhale into a Sphinx position, placing your elbows directly underneath your shoulders, spreading the fingertips nice and wide out in front of you. Once you have that, on your next inhale, begin to look up, lift your chest bone, lifting the gaze. And we're breathing here in a nice, gentle back bend. Think about your feet for a moment. Really ground down through the tops of your feet. Ground down through the pubic bone and the elbows. Take one more inhale here. On an exhale, replacing your elbows with your palms, beginning to curl your toes under and lift your hips up, coming into all fours. And then pressing your hips back just slightly past your knees. Let's come into a puppy posture. So our arms are extended out long in front of us. We're pressing into our palms and all 10 knuckles of our fingers. Think about your spine, elongate it from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. And breathe here in a puppy posture. Allowing our head to float in between our two upper arm bones, maybe shaking yes and shaking no, with the head making sure it's very nice and loose. On your next inhale, gently walk your palms over to the right of your mat, bumping your hips slightly to the left, allowing your left ear to rest on your left upper arm bone. And here in Twisted Puppy, we're going to breathe into the length of our left side. Inhale, sending breath into your left side body, allowing it to open from your hips all the way to your left fingertip. On your next inhale, gently walk your palms back to center. Taking a moment here at center in a neutral puppy pose, maybe feeling any differences between your two sides after we've elongated one and not the other. Beautiful. Then go ahead and walk your hands over to the left, gently bumping your hips to the right, allowing your right ear to rest on the right upper arm bone and breathing into the length of your right side body. Beautiful. On your next inhale, walk back to neutral puppy pose. From here, walking back up into all fours, placing your hips directly over your knees, shoulders directly over the wrist. And let's flow through a couple rounds of a cat-cow position. So on your next inhale, drop your navel, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine to the ceiling, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the navel, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine to the ceiling, bringing your navel to your spine, chin to your chest, and flow between these two poses a few more times on your own. We're inhaling to cow pose, exhaling to cat. On your next inhale, begin to gently come back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, you can walk your palms out slightly, begin to curl your toes under, and very slowly lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Keeping your knees bent in this first down dog, really shooting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then taking any movement in down dog that feels good, maybe alternating each heel towards the mat as you breathe into the stretch in the backs of your legs. Beautiful. On your next inhale, gently lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale that foot through in between your palms. Coming into a runner's lunge position. So coming onto the fingertips here, having little to no weight on those fingertips. Making sure our right knee is directly over its ankle. And looking forward, extending chest bone forward to what you see. One more inhale here. On an exhale, gently send down your back knee. Uncurl the back toes. And we're breathing here, keeping our fingertips on the mat. We're preparing for a lizard posture next. So continue to allow your left hip flexors to open. If you do not feel a stretch in the front of your left hip, gently walk your back knee back without sliding on the kneecap until you feel the stretch as you keep your right knee directly over the ankle. Beautiful. Breathe into the stretch, into your left hip flexors. And then let's come into a lizard posture next. So go ahead. Options here in lizard. First, let's bring our right palm inside of our right foot. So both palms are on the inside of the right foot. Here's your options for lizard. You can just begin to gently walk your right foot over to the side of your mat. And you can stay here. You can gently come onto the pinky side of your right foot if you would like. And if all of that feels okay in your hips, you can begin to experiment bringing one elbow down to the mat at a time. And we're breathing here in a lizard posture into our hips. This is a big hip opener. It's also a very grounding pose, which is what this practice is all about today. Coming out of our heads and into our body, releasing stress. On your next inhale, gently walk back up on your palms first. Come back to the flat surface of your right foot. Send your right foot in between your palms. Coming back into our low lunge position first. Once you're there, gently curl your back toes, lift the back knee, and step back in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment here in downward dog and feel the differences between your two sides. On your next inhale, gently lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring it through in between your palms. Staying up on this back knee to begin. Go ahead and inhale, look forward, extend the chest bone forward. Making sure your left knee is directly over the ankle. And then think about your back knee for a moment. Really send the back of your leg up towards the ceiling, keeping your back knee super strong and straight for just another inhale. On your exhale, lower down the back knee. Beautiful. So we're in a low lunge position on this side, also known as crescent lunge in yoga. Take a few breaths here. Beautiful. We're breathing into the stretch in our right hip flexors. If you don't feel the stretch in the right hip flexors, begin to walk your back knee back. Once you have that, let's come into lizard posture on this side. Go ahead and place both palms on the inside of your left foot. Begin to walk your left foot over to the left side of your mat. Feel free to stay here if you're already feeling enough of a stretch in your hips. It's a big pose, guys, so listen to your bodies. If you feel okay, you can begin to come to the pinky side of your left foot, and then maybe experiment with coming down one elbow at a time on the mat. Breathing here in a lizard posture. Allowing our hips to open and release. On your next inhale, gently walk back up on your palms. Come to the flat surface of your left foot. And then check it out. Let's go ahead and just bring our left knee back to meet the right. And gently begin to bump your hips from side to side as we're here in all fours. From here, we're going to bring our knees out to the outer edges of the mat. Big toes to touch in the back, and gently send your hips back toward your heels, extending your arms out long, placing your forehead on the mat for a child's pose. So our elbows are off the mat to begin in child's pose. We're creating a beautiful little love cave here. Feels very good to turn inward, maybe looking at our hearts. Chances are, if you turned on this yoga practice, you were looking to get out of your head and more into your body. So this is a beautiful opportunity right here to look into the heart, coming out of the mind, remembering that our mind is our friend, and sometimes we need space from that friend. Beautiful. Go ahead and place your elbows on the mat and let's check it out. Let's do a shoulder stretch next. So go ahead and place your palms together. Send your palms up overhead, creating a little shark fin above your head. From here, begin to walk your elbows in toward your ears and forward for a beautiful shoulder stretch here in child's pose. Oftentimes when we're ungrounded, our shoulders become very tense because we're up in our headspace so much that our shoulder muscles manifest tension. Beautiful. Place your palms back down to the mat. Begin to press down into your palms to inhale. Lift yourself back up into all fours. From here, swinging your feet over to one side, coming into a seated position first. And then go ahead, come all the way down onto your mat from here. Come down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, and do some nice gentle rocking from side to side. Giving your back a nice little massage here. Beautiful. Bringing your feet back down flat to the mat. Let's do a bridge pose before we end our practice. So placing your heels about 2 to 3 inches away from your sit bones. Placing palms down, face down by your sides. Beautiful. And then let's inhale, press down into the mat with our feet, our palms, our shoulders, and our head. To inhale, lift the hips up. So we're pressing down to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, engaging our glute muscles, engaging the hip extensors where the hamstrings meet the tush muscles. One more inhale here with our hips lifted. As you exhale, very slowly begin to roll down one vertebra at a time all the way back down to the mat. Allowing your tailbone to touch last, and when you get there, go ahead and extend your legs out long for Shavasana. Once you're in Shavasana, go ahead and bring your palms face up at your sides. Close your eyes. Allow your breath to return back to its natural rhythm if it's not already. And just begin to feel the ground. This pose is a very, very grounding pose. We're literally putting our entire body near the earth element, near the ground. Even if you're upstairs somewhere, you're still putting your body closer to the earth, which is a very grounding exercise. So begin to feel wherever your body is touching the mat or the floor right now. Feeling the earth rising up to meet you where you are. And gently allow yourself to receive the support of the mat, the floor, and the earth by melting all of your muscles here in Shavasana. We'll be here for just a few more moments. On your next inhale, gently reaching your palms up to the sky, bringing your palms together, placing your thumbs on your third eye, your forehead area. And we'll end our practice here. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I am super excited that you were here. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment. Let me know how things went for you. I would love any suggestions. It would be awesome if you guys could let me know what type of practices you guys like, if you like to stretch more, if you want some more active practices. Also, if you could please hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps my channel. It's basically like the YouTube currency, and it helps me reach more beautiful people like you. Namaste, yogis. Have a beautiful day.